Hello, hello, hello. We get us people in here. There's Jim Thompson. Hello, Jim. We got some here popping in on YouTube. Hello, Sandra. Hello. Hello, Bomb. Hello, Todd. Hello, Lonnie. Jeff. Hello. Guys, James Dale Brock did a real good video earlier. And I'm just kind of following up on that video he did earlier. Very good video. I shared it this page, matter of fact. Me and James Dale Brock's been doing a lot of talking about what's going on out here. And guys, why are we Patriots? Why are we in this? Why do we bother wasting our time being involved in any of this if we don't try to win? What's keeping us from winning? As James Dale Brock put it, nobody will work with one another. Everybody's afraid of being called a name. I ain't scared of being called names, guys. I've been called names all my life. Hell, I get called names. I'm 43 years old. Getting called names don't bother me. Matter of fact, the left has fun posting shit about me all the time. And I look at it and I just laugh because it don't bother me. I don't wear my feelings on my sleeves, guys. I'm a grown man. Have been for quite some damn time. All right. Being called a name don't bother me. Why am I involved in this? I'm in this to win. I'm in this to save our history, our heritage, our country, our society, our future for our children and our grandchildren. That's the reason I'm involved in this. That's the reason James Dale Brock's involved in this. That's the reason the highwaymen are all highwaymen. We're not some cuck ass little group that's just two or three people that tries to dictate to try to get our damn name in the paper. That ain't what we're after. It's totally not. Guys, I've sat back in the last 3 years and I've seen the right act like a bunch of damn three. Hear about this country, but then they don't act like they care about the country. And I'm talking about a lot of people out here in these groups and some of these leaders of some of these groups that they're so damn worried about their little bullshit image that they put that in front of everything when they're nobodies. Nobody gives a shit about them. No, they don't. They're just an overrated Facebook group. That's all they are. Out of all their membership, they might have two people that actually do something. And the rest of them just shares memes on Facebook. And they're really worried about their image. Think about it. We have a problem working with one another. Del Brock said, I watched his video. It's good. I'm just following up on it. Matter of fact, I shared it to this page. Y'all need probably go watch it. Then, Del Brock, he went into the 45 goals of communism. He's big on that. He likes that. He likes talking about that shit. And you know how many goals that they've actually implemented on us? The 45 goals of communism? Well, it might blow your damn mind. You figured out all of them they've actually implemented. And why have they implemented it? It's because they can. That's why they have. They can. And the left, they all unite up for a common cause. You'll see Antifa with Black Panthers. You'll see BLM in the mix, Redneck Revolt in the mix, LBGTQ in the mix, back and forth, and you don't never see them out fighting with one another. Why? Even though they all really don't have the same belief, they understand they got to work together to achieve that common goal. Okay, the right don't do that. Well, I'll tell you right now, I don't give a damn who I make mad. Don't care. I don't care what you think of me, or I don't care what you think of the rest of the highwaymen. We will stand with LOS. We will stand with Billy Roper. We will stand with other groups for a common goal. We don't care what people calls us. We are allowed to have a different view than what Billy Roper has. We're allowed to have different views than what League of the South has. We're allowed to have different views than many of these other groups have. But we do agree on one thing, and that's keeping our society together, put Christianity out front, and protect our history and heritage. And sorry, if you ain't into that, you can go to hell. Okay? We don't care what people thinks about us. Because if we don't win this, what is it going to matter? Really think about it. Guys, I've been out here for 3 years telling y'all that we're not politically correct. Okay? We're not politically correct. We're not a political correct group. We don't give a shit what the left has to say about us. We don't even really give a shit about what most of the right has to say about us because they're worse than the left. Anyway, but sit back and criticize on their ass. They're not going to come out and help. They're just going to sit back behind their keyboards and run their mouth. So why do we care what they got to think about us? We don't. We are a political activist group with boots on the ground. That's what we are. We're not a Facebook group. We have people turning out every weekend trying to preserve a Second Amendment, a monument, something all the time. We've got people out there promoting Christianity. And like I said, well, Sean S., you will not stand with the enemy to stand against an enemy. Just saying, we don't give a fuck who you stand with. I don't know who you are. Don't even give a shit who you are. You know, you hadn't been coming out, so fuck off. You just importance very little. Okay, my point. Before you develop an opinion that you think you're oh so important, make sure you're actually important. If you want people to give a shit, all right? Like I said, guys, there's a lot of people. Well, I'm not doing this. And I'm not. Then don't sit your cuck bitch ass at the fucking house and stay out of our way. Yeah, sit your cuck bitch ass at the house and stay out of our way. I said it. If you don't want to work with people, Stay your little 3-year-old acting ass at the house. We don't need you. We need real men, real women that gives a shit, not a bunch of little crybaby motherfuckers. That's the problem with the right. There's too many little crybaby motherfuckers that act worse than the left does. And they think they're important when they're not because they don't never do shit but run their mouth. If you're not out there supporting people pretty heavily or out there yourself, you're not important. Okay? You're not. That's another thing the right has a problem with. It's too many chiefs and not enough freaking Indians. That's right. Everybody wants to be a damn chief, but nobody wants to be a freaking Indian. Yeah. You got a bunch of no-name son of a bitches trying to call the shots on something that ain't got no experience doing a damn thing but sitting behind a damn keyboard. That's one of the bigger problems the right has. Is people's wanting power, people's wanting notoriety, but then they don't want to do a damn thing to earn it. Oh, that's a big problem on the right. Very big problem. That's probably our second problem, biggest problem. Is too many chiefs and not enough Indians. Number three is quit being a lazy fuck and pick up a damn phone and talk to one another. That's number three. You too damn lazy. Pick up a phone and coordinate with one another when you're having an event. You act like you're too damn good to talk to people. A lot of people out here are that way. And then they wonder why they can't get nothing done. They can't coordinate because nobody wants to answer their damn phone. They act like they're too damn good or something. Too many self-appointed leaders. That's right, James Dale Brock. That's correct. Like I said, guys, the right has a lot of problems. They do. I'm addressing some of them. Okay. My guys will pick up a telephone. The highwaymen will pick up the telephone. My guys will stand who they need to stand with. And we don't never try to run roughshod and just run the show. We don't do that. We never really have. That we are a big name out here in this nation. One of the only few groups left that actually does something regularly. We're not fame seekers. We're not attention whores. We're going to get attention regardless. We're going to be in the newspapers regardless. We're going to be on TV regardless. And the reason we are is because we're out there consistently. That's why. I got about 7 pages of Google. You Google my name, about 7 damn pages of shit comes back on me. James Dale Brock does. Pig, Kevin Ashbury, a lot of us. It was all in the news. Why? It's because we're consistently showing up and doing something somewhere in this country, standing for our history or heritage, standing for the Constitution, standing for Christianity, standing against communism. We don't really care about media attention. We've already had enough. And we're smart enough to know that anybody that comes out and stands for these monuments is going to be demonized, called a racist. We understand that. We don't give a shit. We understand that pretty much anybody that comes out and stands for the Second Amendment is going to be called a militant racist. We don't give a shit. We know anybody that comes out and stands for Christianity is going to be called a homophobe, as Islamophobe, so forth and so on. We don't give a shit. We're going to stand for what's right. We don't care if people calls us racist. We don't give a shit. We've been called a racist since day one. Since day one, we've been called racist. We don't care. You take that shit, you can scream it to somebody else that does care, because we don't. We are patriotic Americans that wants to see our country stay intact. We want to keep our history and heritage. We want to keep Christianity alive. We want to keep our constitutional rights, and we don't give a shit who don't like us standing for it or what they have to say about us when we do come out and stand for it. Guys, I have seen a lot of things take place in this country. A lot of things taking place in society that I thought I would never see in my lifetime, but I am seeing it. And I thought, yeah, my kids, grandkids might see that shit, but I'd never live long enough to see it. Well, bullshit, I'm seeing it. And I'm sorry, but I'm not going to be one that sits there and hunkers up in the corner like a little shit bag, afraid to say anything about my country being destroyed by these communist shit bags. I got too much pride, integrity, and honor to sit back and just keep my damn mouth shut. And that's the reason we've lost as much as we have, is because people ain't got that pride, their damn mouth shut. But then they want to whine on social media about all the shit that's happening. But when you ask them to do something, they're just shells of men. That's the problem we have on the right. We ain't got the men of yesteryear. We don't. We ain't got the men of fighting spirit. We got a bunch of bullshitters. Well, the highwaymen's not bullshitters. We're not. We're not ever going to be bullshitters. We're not trying to make people think we're something we're not. We care about our country, and we will show it. And we don't give a damn what the left has to say about it. We don't even give a shit what the cuck ass right has to say about it. As far as I'm concerned, dump them out. You couldn't tell the damn difference in between the two. They're all in love with the optics of everything. They're bandwagon hoppers. They're the ones that lets Antifa slap the shit out of their girlfriends and stuff. They don't even turn around and do anything about it. But they'll show up to a Trump event. Cheer him on. Then get their ass whooped when they walk out the door because they won't even defend themselves. Guys, I'm going to say this. I know I listened to Stuart Rhodes come out on Alex Jones' show yesterday and said that they had people in Minneapolis, Minnesota, but they didn't have enough volunteers. That the ones that they escorted didn't get attacked. Okay, I didn't see them there. I didn't see nobody there protecting anybody. But I ain't saying there was 1,000 Trump supporters there. 40,000. 1,000 Antifa on the outside. And these Trump supporters are getting attacked and getting chased. Those Trump supporters are grown. Ones I seen was grown men. They shouldn't have to have protection against a 140-pound little skinny jean wearing fuck or a girlfriend. People shouldn't have to be there protecting people like that. I can understand protecting the women or the elderly. But when you have to come out and protect a 200-pound, 30-year-old man, maybe he needs his ass whooped. I mean, honestly. I don't have to have nobody protecting me. It's time the right, like James Dale Brock said in his video, reaches down and see if they still have a pair and quit being these cuck ass pussies. Because it's getting pretty shameful. Like I said, a 30-year-old man, 200 pounds, should not need protection against a damn 145-pound skinny jean wearing green hair. There is no excuse why somebody attacks you and you don't fight back. You're responsible for your own damn person. They shouldn't have to be people there guarding your ass and keeping these little skinny jean wearing fucks off of you when you're a 30-year-old man. Saying it is this. Like I said, I don't care if I make the right mad or I don't. I don't give a shit. But I do know one thing. The right needs to start actually working together on some of this. Like the left's doing. Quit dividing each other up. You don't have to agree on everything. So what if old Joe Blow down the road, he don't like minorities? That's his constitutional right not to like minorities. Just because he don't like minorities don't mean that I'm going to be prejudiced against him just because he's got a different belief than I do. If you go against somebody that don't like minorities and that's their belief system, and you're sitting there bitching and hating against them, then what makes you any different than them hating and bitching against a minority? Really don't make no much difference now, does it? You're just as guilty. Makes you kind of hypocrite. Like I said, guys, I don't believe in LOS or Billy Roper's ideology when it comes to minorities. Okay, I don't believe in white supremacy, none whatsoever. I'm not a Jew hater, and neither is the highwayman. But that's all right if them guys wants to hate on Jews. That's all right if they want to hate minorities. That's their right. But we do have one thing in common.